The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Their wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
CountryClubKennel.com and follow us on Facebook.
Their wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Foley High School for tonight's Section 5A East Subsection Championship between your Braham Bombers and the Upsala Cardinals. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, joined alongside Adam Hefty for this subsection championship between the Bombers and the Upsala Cardinals. These two teams played earlier in the season. It was a good one, so I'm expecting another good one here tonight. But first, let's welcome in Adam, my guest here this evening. Not so much my guest. I'm more his guest because he's the Braham expert. But Adam, thanks for joining me.
Of course, it's almost like deja vu. It's almost like I was here last week doing this exact same game.
Yeah, it was the girls who played here last week in the subsection championship.
A little bit nicer weather though.
Yeah, much better
No
weather
blizzard
this week.
tonight.
No, but Braham wound up winning that game to get to the section championship. We'll see if we can't get a little bit of more deja vu here in this one with Braham winning this one here tonight. But we'll have to wait and see. The first time these two teams played, well, it went into overtime for these two teams because regular time just wasn't enough, as Braham was able to get the victory, though, in overtime. It was a high-scoring game between these two teams, up over the 80s after overtime was finished, and Braham did come out on top, but should be another good one here this evening as we take a look at both of these teams coming into tonight in the section standings. It was Upsala who did get the number 1 seed. Braham was the number 3 seed. You could have really picked any three teams for the number 1 seed, Upsala, East Central, or Braham, and one could argue Braham could have had it. One could argue East Central. Another could argue Upsala. Really three teams who honestly really had a great shot at having the number 1 seed. 1 through 3 really didn't matter, though, who the number 1 seed was.
I think the QRF rankings, right now it's changed because of the playoffs, but when the section seeding came out, I think there were 4 spots separating the first seeded Upsala Cardinals and the third seeded Braham Bombers. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, and it didn't seem to matter because Braham defeated East Central, a team they would have had to play anyway, coming up to play Upsala now. So it would have wound up the same way anyway.
The only thing I wish it could have been maybe Braham East Central 1-3. That way they could have met here, but we'll deal with what we got for now. Braham is here, and we're excited to see if they can't get moving forward here in this one to Hallmeck Hall on Friday. Maybe get a little copy of last week's radio broadcast, and we'll be back at Hallmeck if they were to win here tonight. So a lot coming up to you here as we go throughout the pregame, but let's take a look again at the standings. Upsala 1, Braham 3. East Central did get the number 2 seed, and it was Braham East Central in the second round of the playoffs after East Central had beat St. John's Prep. Rather, that was the quarterfinals, but St. John's Prep beat Ogilvie, one of our other local teams, in order to get to this spot. And then St. John's Prep would lose to East Central 74-49, so that put Braham up against Mille Lacs in the, technical second round, as they were able to get that victory at home, 82-45. It was a pretty good win there for Braham. Then it was Braham East Central. And Adam, I know that you were at that game. You were able to broadcast that game for us. And just kind of give us your synopsis of that game between both of our local teams.
I think Braham came into that one very businesslike. They had a job to do, and they weren't going to leave without it done. East Central did take a lead going into the halftime break, but Braham really just played just a tad better the entire second half and kind of kept East Central at an arm's length the rest of the way.
And that's what got Braham here against Upsala. Upsala, meanwhile, it goes all the way back to the first round, where Maple Lake beat North Lakes Academy in that playoff play-in game, I like to call it, 76-60. Then Upsala played Maple Lake in the second round. It was a lopsided affair, with Upsala taking it 88-36. Then they would go on to the quarterfinals, where they would face off against Swanville. You hear that name plenty during basketball season. Swanville, whether it's boys, girls, you'll always hear that name in the playoffs. Whether it's a deep run, a state run, doesn't matter. You'll hear that name. But Upsala was able to get the victory in that one pretty handedly, too, 68-50. So you've got the 1 seed pinned against the 3 seed, or as I look at it, really 1v1, honestly, in this situation. You've got two teams, very similar records, ended the season with the same record, 20-6. Both only have one loss during the section during their section run this season, during the regular season. And I mean, the QRF, you can look into that all you want, but it has changed. But you look at I look at points. I think points per game is a really good factor when it comes to QRF, looking at the rankings, because Braham, they are one of the second. They're second, actually. I wanted to say one of the top, but they're second in the section, right behind Nevis by 0.2 points as the highest scoring team throughout the entire section. That's both East and West. Braham is the highest scoring team in the section. Their defense, now a lot of times you look at offense, and when team scores a lot of times defense kind of gets forgotten about. Not so with this Braham team. They are a really sound defensive team, only giving up 58 points per game. That is, not only is it one of the middle top in the section, that would be towards the top 10-15 in the state.
And when you look at a top-tier offensive team, they're that way because they have a lot of possessions. If you do that, your opponent also has a lot of possessions. It's basically a possession, or points per possession is really what I look at. And, yeah, Braham is doing incredible. Both these teams, Upsala and Braham, constructed the same way. Not a lot of height towards the post, but their guards are tall. So they use that a lot, and it's the same player the whole way through. Every player is about 6 foot to 6'3", and at the post, okay. But if you have a 6'2" guard, you have something going there, and both teams do a really good job taking advantage of that.
Yeah, these two teams, it's no wonder they went into overtime when they first met here during the regular season, I should say. But we'll take a little bit more of a deeper look at both of these teams, at their seasons and how the regular seasons played out, and who they won and lost against. More after a word from our fine sponsors, as you're listening to both Nice 95.5 KBEK and 100.9 FM Cool Country WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Coming to the Target Center March 22nd, Kid Rock. And you're going to the show, Kid Rock. Listen to the Joshua Miron in the Morning Show for your tickets. Kid Rock. Radio edit. Free concert tickets for listening. Kid Rock at the Target Center, March 22nd. You're going to the show. Brought to you by Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park, ABC Lumber in Siren, and Cool Country, WCMP.
It's a celebration at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone. Chris's is celebrating their 51st anniversary, March 10th through the 16th. Come in for demos, tastings, and the Sandstone Lions will be collecting donations for the local food shelves. Plus, register for prizes. Win a brand new grill, Chris's gift certificates, Minnesota Twins tickets, and more. The anniversary celebration, March 10th through the 16th at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone, celebrating 51 years of eating better, buying more, and spending less.
Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab a Meat Lover's burrito or new Ranchero beef and cheese burrito. I want one right now. Wash it down with everyone's favorite Celsius, buy one, get one free. And Holiday still has the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store and save. Open 24/7, 365. The Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Back here on Nice 95.5 KBEK and 100.9 FM, Cool Country WCMP. Game Day Gilman joined by Adam Hetty for this game between the Braham Bombers and the Upsala Cardinals in the subsection 5A East Championship game, as these two teams again face off earlier in the season with Braham winning in double overtime over these Cardinals. But there's more on the line here in this one, as you win or you go home and your season is over. Then you start focusing on baseball, which, you know what? You may not want to look too quickly into that, because it's right around the corner.
Yeah,
honestly.
neither team really wants to look towards baseball season.
As we look at both these teams coming into tonight, again, both 22-6, ended the year at 20-6 during the regular season. For Upsala, they were 8-2 in their conference, again 15-1 in the section. Some of their losses came against Brandon, Evansville, Holdingford. Holdingford was one of the top teams in 6AA. Then again, they did lose to Braham right after the New Year's, 87-85 in that double overtime loss. Then they would win about 7 in a row before losing to Osakis, who again was another top team in Section 6AA. Win one, then lost to Staples Motley, who was a good 7AA team. Then they again would go on a nice 6-game win streak before losing again to Osakis, before ending the year on a 3-game win streak over Long Prairie Grey Eagle, Parkers Prairie, and Verndale. We already talked about their playoff run a little bit, but they beat Maple Lake and Swanville in order to get to this point, the subsection championship game. But looking at some of their wins, again, Osakis was one of those lost, but over 100. You look at some of the wins over 100, not too many. There was Piers that they did beat 57-56. Piers kind of turned things around late in the year and had a nice surge. But QRF-wise, really, the schedule not as impressive as I think you could have for a team like Upsala. But looking at it again, they did take care of business when they needed to. Again, it's not about how you finish the regular season, it's how you play during the postseason.
Right. I mean, when you get out into rural Minnesota, yes, there is a lot of talent, but there's also a lot of teams that really lack a lot to be desired. And like you pointed it out, you have to take care of business. There were a couple games that we did this year that the better team did not win. Mm-hmm. So that is, still have to play these games. They don't play them on paper.
Yeah, that's exactly true, because I think a lot of times people look at it and go, well, why is this, why is that? Well, this is what it said on the – well, it doesn't matter, because postseason's so different. It's a brand new season, as many coaches will tell you. But Upsala still a very good team. They were in this spot last year. I think it was against East Central over at Hinckley Finlayson High School, and that was a close game. Recognize some of the names from Upsala from last year, and I know being out there, I think it was you and I who were out there, and we had talked about Upsala, how it looked like with the players they would have returning, they would probably be back in this situation once again, and they are. But it's not easy to do it. It is not easy to come back. First of all, get the number 1 seed. I think that should be taken as an honor for them, but also win in the playoffs to get to this point.
Well, yeah, you look at the number 1 seed. I mean, you do bring a lot of talent back, but you still have to win games. And we've seen teams that do bring a lot of talent back, and the things just don't click right in that senior season for those teams. So you really have to go out and attack your offseason, and that's what Upsala did, and they're back where they were last year.
Yeah, they've had a really good season, a really good, I don't want to even say rebound, but just a really good kind of season for themselves. Even though it is new for them, they do return a few of their players from last year. Then we take a look at Braham again. They were 13-1 in section play. They also ended the season at 20-6. You heard Adam talk about it before the break. These two teams pretty much copy-paste just how they're built and how they run things. But for Braham, it started off really well. 6 wins in a row, and then they would lose 2 in a row to Cherry and Barnum. But those are 2 really good teams. Cherry looking to get back to the state championship themselves. They were state champions last year, looking to repeat. And I think people will look at this game and go, it was a 22-point loss. Well, first of all, Cherry's been the number 1 team all year long. Really, I think everyone in the state of Minnesota has looked at that team and went, nobody's beating them. Nobody has yet.
Yeah.
But you look at a 22-point loss, and I think some people may go, oh, my, that was a blowout. I think for most teams, you look at that and go, we were close.
They also had to make the trip up there.
Yeah.
Cherry's not close.
No.
I mean, and that does make a difference as well. So I think Braham showed out pretty well against Cherry, but I think it also showed against Barnum, where maybe Barnum isn't to the Braham level, but they kind of the Cherry game must have taken a lot of fatigue out of them, and they came out with kind of a stinker. But it's basketball. You just get right back on the horse, and here they are in the subsection championship.
Well, they had to wait 9 days before they played that Barnum game, so not only did you have the long trip, but you also...
Christmas maybe.
Yep, so you had the long trip plus that rest and a little bit of distractions in there, I'm sure, as well. So that's when they wound up losing to Barnum, as Adam did mention. But then right after New Year's, they were able to come back and beat Upsala on the road in double overtime.
That was a double-header, girls-boys,
Yeah.
and the boys went into overtime. The girls' game, Upsala won by a single point. So what a night of basketball that must have been over in Upsala.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, I'm sure, out there. But that was a part of their first of a 5-game win streak where they beat Pine City, Aiken, Floodwood, and Rush City. Then they would lose 2 more. That was a game, kind of a tale of two halves, unfortunately, for Braham. It was close. They even led for a good chunk of that first half. Then it was the second half. It was all Mora in that second half. But for Braham, again, another one where it's like, man, they stuck with it before they went on another 4-game win streak. Quite 3 of those coming in conference play before losing back-to-back games, an upset against Malacca, and then they did lose to East Central on the road. Now, during that stretch, they were a little bit down with some players, but still a nearly 40-point loss to East Central is certainly something that I'm sure they looked at and went, okay, let's not let that happen again.
Yeah, East Central must have came out angry there with that one. Braham defeating them earlier in the season and East Central returning the favor.
And then after that loss to East Central, they would go on a 4-game win streak over Swanville, Hinckley, Pact, and Ogilvie before losing to Rush City. Another upset there. Similar score as their upset to Malacca, 77-74. The funny thing about Rush, and this is not a knock against them by any stretch of the imagination, Rush will always, no matter what kind of season they're having, really good top of the section, down year, bottom of the section, middle, doesn't matter. They're always going to have 1 or 2 upsets that make you go, what in the world just happened? And that was one of those.
I had that game. They played so hard. They were getting every loose ball. They were turning Braham over, and they were just rebounding the heck out of the basketball.
Which is kind of nice to see because both Rush and Malacca were at the bottom of the section in 6AA. So it's nice to see them get some big wins against a Braham team who really, again, was towards the top all year long, and they were right in it for that conference championship right up until that East Central game when they lost, and it was East Central more. But, man, they were in it right from the start, and it was kind of fun to see Malacca and Rush City get those wins because, again, down towards bottom of the section, but they get those wins, and it energizes the team.
And let's be honest, it was Braham. Rush City plays a little different when it comes to Braham.
Oh, yes, always do. And then they did win against Browerville Eagle Valley. As the last game of the regular season, they won that one 92-71 again.
Sort of a sneaky, impressive win up there.
Yeah, they again, a road game, but Browerville Eagle Valley, again, towards the top of the west part of this section. So a really good 21-point win for them on the road to end their regular season. Then they waited a week before playoffs started where they beat 2 conference opponents in Mille Lacs and East Central, and now it's Upsala here this Wednesday. Again, a rare Wednesday game, but we'll take it nonetheless as we're getting closer to tip-off here at Foley High School for this subsection 5A East championship game between your Braham Bombers and the Upsala Cardinals. We're going to take one more commercial break. Then when we come back, we'll be ready for tip-off between the Bombers and the Cardinals here on both KBK and WCMP.
Physical therapy. It's one of those services you don't think about until you need it. Pain happens. Count on the team at Physical Therapy Consultants to help. Physical Therapy Consultants, with locations in North Branch, Isanti, Zimmerman, St. Francis, Andover, and Ham Lake, accept all insurance plans, workers' comp, and auto. Their expertise can help you and your body repair. Find out how Physical Therapy Consultants can help you heal. Call 1-888-THERAPY today. 1-888-THERAPY for Physical Therapy Consultants.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the Pitch, the premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
We're proud to support local athletes during the playoffs. Whether you're an athlete or a fan, Wellia Health is here to help keep you performing at your best. For all your sports medicine needs, visit us at Wellia Health online to learn more.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Back here on both 95.5 FM, KBEK, and 100.9 FM, Cool Country, WCMP, getting set for tip-off here in this subsection 5A East Championship game between your Braham Bombers and the Upsala Cardinals. As we get ready for tip-off here in this one, we have your starting lineups coming your way, starting with the Braham Bombers. It'll be number 1, Garrett Lidke, number 2, Tanner Doble, number 5, Tyler Eklund, number 21, Soren Lilly, and number 23, Isaac Eklund. They're, of course, head coached by Jeff Eklund himself. And taking a look at the other side for the Upsala Cardinals, it'll be number 4, Sam Lalibert, number 5, Jack Primus, number 10, Austin Klein, 12, Eric Landowski, and 22, Bo Riplinger. They're head coached by Tom Ritters. Bombers will be wearing their white away uniforms, the blue letters and numbers outlined in that gold, the blue and gold stripes on the neck, the trim of the sleeve, and then the stripes down the shorts as well, and on the bottom of the shorts. The Upsala Cardinals will be wearing their red home uniforms, the white letters and numbers outlined in black, those red arrow stripe down the side of the jersey and shorts. Game day Gilman, Adam Hefty out here at Foley High School, ready for tip-off. Adam, any final thoughts here before we get started?
I saw a little bit of Upsala when they defeated Swanville on Saturday afternoon. Very good team, very physical team, especially at the guard position. So Braham really needs to take care of the basketball and rebound really well if they want to come away with this one.
Well, another fun thing about Braham is they're very athletic. This is a very athletic. You know, we talk about Upsala and Braham being similar. Talk about the two Braham teams being similar, the boys and girls. Similar seasons, similar styles that they run. It's very fun to watch. That it seems like you've almost got two teams in sync with each other. Sadly, although the girls Bombers season is over, but what a great year it was for them. And the boys Bombers trying to maybe avenge their loss here tonight and then get to the section championship where they hope to punch their ticket. But first, it's the Upsala Cardinals in the subsection championship. Lidke and Primus at half court for tip-off, and it is won by the Cardinals. Lalibert will take it right at that Foley F. Now give on the near side to Primus. Primus will take it at the top of the key, give on the near side to Klein. Now underneath to Lalibert, outside Primus. 3, no good. Rebound, is swatted right back into the hands of Landowski. And then this one is no good, rebounded there by Lidke. Braham quickly up the court on the far side. Give to Tyler Eklund. Eklund on the far side trying to drive, stops his drive. Now gives back on the near side to Eklund. Eklund will drive. He stops, gives back. Now to Soren Lilly. Lilly trying to drive. Give on the near side to Doble. Doble up here to Eklund. Now Isaac Eklund. Give to Lilly for three. The left-handed shot just off the front of the rim. Trying to get a putback is Lidke. No good. Gets his own rebound again. This three is no good, and the rebound out wide to Klein. Now Klein's got a fast break opportunity to the basket. He's up and in for two, and the Cardinals are on the board first. And now a ball that is going to go too far out of bounds for Braham, and the ball will go back to Upsala, trying to move that ball quickly, but maybe a little too quick there, Adam.
So Braham now in a full court press, a zone press, a 2-1-2.
Cardinals have it back. It's Lalibert up the court, trying to get it to Klein, and we're going to get a jump ball call. That's a nice job there by Isaac Eklund to tie that ball up, and the possession arrow points the way of the Bombers.
Isaac Eklund is a no-nonsense defender. He does so well with the dirty work.
And they might need a little bit more of that here tonight, Adam, just based on Upsala being a little bit more physical team. Sometimes you got to have one of those guys who will get in the dirty areas, so to speak, and it seems like Isaac Eklund may have just started it here as he has the ball now in the paint. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line just off the mark, and the rebound over on that far side by Primus. He'll take it up the court, and he'll give it back to Lalibert. Lalibert will stand right on that Foley F. Trying to give it near side to Klein. Instead, goes far side to Primus. Now inside Klein. Trying to go underneath. Nearly stolen away, but Ripplinger comes up with it. Ripplinger inside. That ball's tipped around now on the near side. Lalibert for three. That's good.
Big shot by Lalibert.
All of a sudden, 5-0. Cardinals on top. Tyler Eklund on that far side. At the top of the key. Now on the far side again for Doble. That's going to be no good. And then rebounded on the near side by Landowski, who was awfully close to stepping out of bounds. Upsala back up the other way with it. Landowski on the near side. Give to Klein. Now to Lalibert, and that's going to be a travel call. And he does not agree with that call. We don't have the greatest of vantage points, so I couldn't see his feet, but
right.
Braham will take the ball back. Under 16 minutes to go here in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Eklund will bring it forward. Tyler Eklund, their ball handler, looks for a screen from Lidke, trying to use that speed on the far side, up over the defender. He hesitates on the move, and because of it, he gets fouled. He goes to the line now to shoot two.
Tyler Eklund is so quick. That first step is just as good as just about anybody we've seen this year.
So he will shoot two. Landowski gets the foul for the Cardinals.
This is something Eklund needs to work on. He's about a 60% free throw shooter.
And that one's going to be no good for him. So Braham still looking for their first points of the evening. It's Tyler Eklund at the line shooting his second. This one is up, and it's going to be good. So 50% on that trip, and it's 5-1. Upsala back with the ball. Primus will bring it up the court. Deep pass for Ripplinger. He comes down with a give on the near side. Klein for three again. That's going to be off the mark. This is going to go out of bounds. It will be staying with the Cardinals as it was knocked out by, they're going to change it and say it's Braham ball. It was out by a Cardinal.
Oh, I would have thought it was Upsala basketball.
I think you and I are on the same page.
Yeah,
it looked to be Cardinals, but now we might have a change again. The referees on the far side are going to talk about it. This might go back to Upsala.
I mean, to be honest, it should.
Nope, it's going to
They're
say
going to keep it Braham basketball.
All right.
So.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Well, lots of confusion here. It will be Upsala basketball after all.
So Braham back in their 2-3 zone.
It's going to be Primus to inbound for the Cardinals. On the far side in the corner, Lalibert has it. He'll put up a three over the defender, too hard. And this one's going to be rebounded by Landowski. This is knocked out of bounds by a Braham Bomber. I think it was Lidke who got the block. Had some words after. And early on, there's a little bit of animosity between these teams.
Oh, yeah. They play each other a lot.
Inbound now on the near side, Landowski. Landowski back to Primus for three. That's off the mark. Easy rebound for Ripplinger. Going to get a travel call on Ripplinger, and the ball will go back to Braham.
And then here in the early going, I discussed that Braham needs to do a good job on the boards. Already 4 offensive rebounds for Upsala.
Yeah, the second chance scoring opportunities. Unfortunately, it seems like we've talked about that too much here during the playoffs for the opposing team. Tyler Eklund has it now on the far side. That stop-start that he has. He'll look. A floater is good for 2. A fadeaway floater for 2 is good, and they're down by 2.
If that shot's going to be going, look out.
Upsala has it. They're quick up the court. Klein on this near side now to Lalibert. Back top of the key here for Primus for 3. That's going to be off the mark, and Lidke with another easy rebound that time. He gets it over to Eklund. Tyler Eklund up the court. Again, on that far side, he'll look for a screen from Lidke. A long 3, nearly from half court. It's in and out. Rebounded there by Ripplinger. It's now Cardinals ball once again. Primus. Give on the near side, Lalibert. Lalibert gives over here to Klein. They're trying to move this ball around. Good job. Primus inside. Shot is up. No good. And a great rebound there by Soren Lilly. Here comes Soren Lilly up the court. Stop. Looking for Tyler Eklund. That's where he gives it to on the far side. Eklund pausing, waiting for someone to open up or a screen. He's going to try and drive now. This shot is no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2 more.
So now the second team foul on Upsala.
They're going to get Austin Klein with his first. And Tyler Eklund has a chance here to tie the game with 14:06 to go in the first half. Early on, pretty even between these two teams, Adam, but it just seems like right now Cardinals are getting their plays executed a little bit better.
They are. It seems as though Upsala is getting what they want. They're just not executing, and Braham has been, to be honest, relatively fortunate.
Yeah. As Eklund drops in the first of 2, we got a couple substitutions for the Cardinals. We'll get those to you in a moment when we can see the numbers. Eklund hearing it from the away fans, but drops that one in, and it is 5-all. So we've got, let's see, number 1 in the game, as well as number 2. So 1 and 2, that's Calvin Lenners and Carson Primus. We're going to get a
10-second violation called on Upsala.
Yeah, Primus is not too pleased with it, but 10-second call. So the Bombers get it back, and you talk about the Bombers being a little bit fortunate here, Adam. Well, that's a big mistake by the Cardinals, and now you're giving Braham life, and now they've got a chance to take a lead after being down 5-0.
Yeah, they're on a 5-0 run, which doesn't seem like much.
Soren Lilly inside, spinning around. The fadeaway floater is good for 2.
Soren Lilly has grown so much this year.
He has, and one thing with Soren Lilly, again, only a sophomore, but he played a lot as a freshman. But you talk about the growth from last year to this year, and just this year alone, I'm sure if you ask Coach Eklund, he'd say he's probably one of our biggest growth guys this season. This shot is up from 3 and no good. Darren Lidke up.
Strong rebound by
everybody.
Darren Lidke.
I mean, you talk about muscle. He's showing it here. And, a miss there from Tyler Eklund. A rare miss on that kind of shot for him. It is missed and rebounded by the Cardinals. Lenners with it, now gives to Primus. Primus on this near side elbow. Give to Lalibert. Lalibert, he's directing traffic. Give inside to Primus. Primus wants to go underneath the basket. Lost the ball. It's stolen away by Soren Lilly. It was knocked out by Lidke. Soren Lilly will bring it forward. Spin move inside. Trying to go to that far side, just outside the paint. Give outside Lidke. Lidke now up at the top of the key to Isaac Eklund. Now to Doble. Doble to Soren Lilly. He fakes a shot from 3, then will drive. Shot is off the glass and in for 2 from Soren Lilly. It's 9-5. The Bombers have stormed back on a 9-0 run.
Soren Lilly has played so well as of late.
Open 3, but Braham was able to get back just in time. Upsala with it in the front in their offensive zone. Lalibert gives on the near side here to Lenners. Lenners pass back to Primus. Primus now over to Lenners. Lenners inside, back outside for Primus. 3 is good.
That was from pure by
Jack Primus. 9-8 now, but Braham wasting no time getting up the court. Nearly a steal. Bombers keep it alive. Not so fast as Landowski's going to get the steal and the fast break too. And all of a sudden, the Cardinals have the lead right back. The pass was a little too far in front. Tyler Eklund had the last chance, but unfortunately gave it up. Now Eklund off his mark a little bit, and that's going to be rebounded by Landowski. I know these two teams now trying to set a different pace, but I think for Braham, you got to settle it down just a little bit.
Right, that's what Coach Jeff Eklund was just saying. Just take a breath, let it come to you.
This shot is no good, rebounded by Isaac Eklund. Now up the court here on the near side, Lidke. Lidke will go back to Isaac Eklund. Eklund, he looked at Tyler, now will go to Tyler, who's standing at the F logo for Foley. Looks, long 3, that's going to be no good. And Soren Lilly tips the rebound to Isaac Eklund. There's no reason Isaac Eklund should have had that rebound. That was all effort from Soren Lilly. Now we get a foul on Upsala, and this one's going to go against Carson Primus.
Foul is going to be on Carson Primus. I'll be honest with you, it looked as though Isaac Eklund got away with a hook on that one as he hooked the defender driving baseline. So that's going to be the first foul on Primus, his team's third.
Well, hey, if you can catch a break and it goes your way, why not? Tyler Eklund will look to inbound now for the Bombers as he gives to Isaac Eklund. The floater is good. Do you think they teach each other that move at home on the court? I think they do.
Eric Duvernay in for the Bombers.
Duvernay inside. This ball's up for grabs. Primus lost it to Doble.
A lazy pass there.
Yeah, not great. And Doble will take it all the way for the fast break, too.
Bombers know how to run, that's for sure.
And yes, they are probably one of the most athletic teams that we've seen here this year, along with the girls' team. So we see a three rattle in and out, but it falls through for Lalibert, and that is going to make it now 13 all.
Lalibert with his second three of the night. We have a good one here tonight.
Yes, it might come down to who can keep their breath the longest. Tyler Eklund driving, lost the ball. Will give on the far side now to Lilly. Lilly wants the three, instead gives back top of key to Doble. Now to Eklund. Eklund trying to get around the defender, driving inside. Oh, could have had a foul, but no foul there, and this ball's knocked out of Tyler Eklund's hands. They're going to say he touched it last, and it will be Upsala ball.
Graham needing a little work in their half-court sets.
As Upsala will get the ball back. Now up the court in the front zone. They'll give back to Primus. Primus at the top of the key, give on the near side now to Klein. Klein underneath will go back top of the key to Primus. They're being patient with this one. Give to Lalibert over the defender. That's no. Oh, we're going to get a foul underneath on Braham.
It's going to be on Duvernay. It'll be the team's first. Saying on the scoreboard it's the second, but I got one.
I think what they did is they had 5 fouls for Upsala. They accidentally gave Braham one and forgot to put the third with Upsala, so it is 3-1.
Yeah.
So 13 all here in this one, 9:57 to go. Nearly a steal on the inbound by Doble. Back outside here for Klein for three. That's too long. This rebound's up for grab. Tyler Eklund gonna grab it.
2-on-1 opportunity.
Up, in, plus the and one.
Bombers know how to run.
They have done a great job of showing their athleticism here this year. They're going to get this one on Lalibert, his first, team's fourth. As, again, Tyler Eklund will look for the three-point play here.
So Braham retakes the lead, 15-13. 9:47 left to go in the first half.
Eklund good. So it's a three-point play. Now to make it 16-13. Quick sub for both sides. Litke will check back in for Braham. Also back in for Upsala's Landowski. He came in for Guthrie.
8 points for Tyler Eklund.
And
but getting some contributions from other places on the roster as well.
Yeah, he usually starts it, but I think one of the biggest keys here tonight for them, along with trying to be a little bit more physical, is kind of evening out the contributions, kind of evening out who's going to be scoring. I mean, you know Eklund can do it, but who else can? And so far it's so good as we see a three here from Lalibert. He just can't miss right now. He ties us back at 16 apiece.
It's his third three of the night.
Tyler Eklund up the court with it. Looked at Isaac. Instead, he'll go in the far side corner to Doble. Doble now will give to Isaac Eklund. Isaac driving. A pull-up jumper off the front of the rim. No good. This is going to be tipped and rebounded by Primus. That's Jack Primus. He'll bring it up the court now for Upsala. Give on the near side. That is Lalibert again. A floater for two is good. He's feeling it right now, and all of a sudden he's gotten momentum back their way. 18-16. Upsala. Tyler Eklund back up the other way. Trying to get a screen. Then a long three is missed, and that's one, man. I know he can shoot it from anywhere as we get Austin Klein who slips it in for two for Cardinals, but that's one where not the greatest shot selection there from Eklund.
Yeah, and then going back down and getting the bucket. Now it's a 4-point game.
Isaac Eklund with it on the near elbow. Now give over to Doble. Doble will try to drive. He is going to get fouled, and we'll get a
That's going to be on
fifth.
number 10. That's going to be on Klein. It'll be his second.
So his second, team's fifth. Again, the scoreboard is one off for each team, but 8:28 to go here in the first half. Bombers trail by 4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Tyler Eklund will get set to inbound. Bombers are going left to right on your radio dial. Cardinals right to left. Inbound to Lilly on that far side. Now Doble. Doble will give back inside to Lilly. The turnaround jumper is good for 2. And they have found the touch here early on in this one.
It's almost as if that pass was just a beat too late, but Lilly was able to take advantage of it.
A little bit of full court press shown, but the Cardinals get out of it. Leonard's with it. Now over to Lalibert. Now on the far side, Primus. Primus holds it above his head. Give on the near side to Lalibert. Lalibert, he sidestep, wanted the 3, instead give to Leonard's. Leonard's inside, out, pass to Primus. No, it's no good, and that's Eric Duvernay there for the rebound. Bombers back up the other way. Tyler Eklund, top of the key. Fakes the defender out. Lob is in for 2.
Eklund slowed down, stutter stepped, got his defender stopped, and then went.
Tied at 20. Primus gets the pass from Landowski. Now over to Lalibert. Now on the near side, Lenners. Lenners will give inside to Primus. Primus is going to try and be physical inside, and he drops it in for 2. I think right there the Bombers just kind of said, we're too late to the spot. We just almost have to give it to him.
Yeah, I like the not fouling that Braham has been doing.
Tyler Eklund has it again. Start, stop, inside. Oh, beautiful give underneath to Garrett Lidke for 2.
Gorgeous dime there by Tyler Eklund.
The assist, and couldn't have asked for anything better. Leonard's with it up the court. He looks, wanted Primus, now give on the near side Lalibert. Lalibert will take it towards the top of the key. He wanted to go inside Primus, now on the near elbow. It is Primus inside Leonard's. Leonard's underneath, and this time it will be a little too physical. I think they might get Lilly.
That was a really good cut there by Upsala to get that layup opportunity.
They will get Soren Lilly. It'll be his first, team's second. And it's going to be 2 for Ripplinger. So Ripplinger will shoot 2 to try and give Upsala the lead back. That one's going to be no good. Tied at 22. Duvernay out. In for him is Isaac Eklund. Did get a sub here for the Cardinals. Carson Primus will check back in for Lenners. And Ripplinger will line up for his second. This one is no good. Isaac Eklund chased after it. It's out of bounds, and it will go back to Braham.
So an empty trip for Upsala.
Yeah, and a good trip for Braham.
Right. Yeah, and they got a wide open layup on the beautiful cut there by Ripplinger.
Tyler Eklund has it. He's waiting, being a little bit more patient on this, but now he takes it to the basket, trying to give kind of a similar play as to the last one, but Lidke this time couldn't hold on to it, and it will go out of bounds. It will go back to Upsala, 6:41 to go.
It was a beautiful drive, beautiful pass, and Lidke was able to seal off his defender, but just the pass was just a tad wide.
Getting good play setup, just unfortunately the execution just not quite there. As now Carson Primus will give to Jack. Now to Lalibert. Lalibert gives on the far side to Lenners. It's Jack Primus to Lenners again for 3. That's going to be no good. A long rebound, and nice job by Doble coming up with that one. He had to use all that fingertip strength to get that one. And now here's a 3 from Tyler Eklund. Got the defender on his heels, and a good 3, but unfortunately missed it. And Jack Primus with the rebound, but then goes up the court, and Doble will get the steal.
Tyler Eklund was able to get a finger on it. He was playing free safety on that play. I wonder how he knows how to do that.
Eklund directing traffic now in the offensive zone. Brings it into the near side corner. Wants to go underneath the Lilly. That one's going to be tipped around. Goes to the far side for Doble for 3. Well, it's not how they drew it up, but you'll take it.
Doble left that follow through up there to let everybody know that he shot it.
Cardinals have it in their front zone now. And
bad spot to get stuck.
Yeah, as Lidke is going to get the steal there from Carson Primus. And the Bombers have it right back. Tyler Eklund looks for a screen from Isaac. In some trouble, gives to Isaac. Isaac trying to drive, give back to Doble. Well, he was covered, now gives to Lilly in the near side corner. Lilly lost it, and we're going to get a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go back to the Cardinals. Pretty quick whistle there on that one, but
I mean, I think it would have ended up being a jump ball.
it would have, but
either way,
little bit quick. Could have gave him a second more to try and get that ball back. I trust Lilly would get it back. So Jack Primus will bring it up the court for the Cardinals. He'll give to Lalibert now. They'll just switch places. He'll give back on the near side to Lenners. Inside Primus. Jack Primus trying to drive. Oh, yep, that's going to be a foul on Lidke.
Just his first and the team's third. Not a terrible foul.
No, but you do put Primus at the line for 2, and he's got 5 points in this first half with 5:02 to go. Bombers lead by 3 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Shot is up and good. So good on the first one to make it 25-23.
Primus now 5 of 6 from the line so far tonight. Make it 6 of 7.
So
nope, I lied. I was looking at Tyler Eklund.
25-24. Under 5 minutes to go. Bombers lead. Tyler Eklund, he wanted to go underneath to Lilly, but nothing doing on that play. Gives on the near side to Lidke, who will give back to Tyler Eklund. He wanted to go to the far side of the court to Doble. Miscommunication. Doble zigged and the pass zagged, and that's going to be a turnover. The ball will go back to Upsala.
They're trying to get it inside to Lilly, but Upsala is defending him so well.
Yeah, there's just been nothing open for him inside. You know, a younger guy, but man, he has shown that he does not care about the veteran status of some of these Upsala Cardinals. Now Jack Primus is going to change directions and change speed, but because of that, Tyler Eklund's going to get a steal. One-on-one down the other way. Shot's no good, but he'll go to line and shoot 2 anyways. Tyler Eklund absolutely pit-pocketed Jack Primus, and
that's going to be the second on Lalibert.
Team's 6th. But yeah, Jack Primus had no idea what happened. He was still going to the basket while Eklund was going the other way. It was just a beautiful pit pocket there by Tyler Eklund, who now has a chance to shoot 2. This one is good. So it's 26-24.
Now you get Lalibert on the bench here.
Yeah.
For likely the rest of the first half.
This will be nice for Braham if he's able to sit for the rest of the first half. Going to have to attack where he's been at and then tighten down defensively because he's just been shooting over defenders pretty easily. Tyler Eklund, not fazed by the noise from that visiting, well, technically home sideline, but as now, could have been a travel there on Lenners. I think he only had the 1 step, though, so not the second to get that travel. Now it's the Primuses passing between themselves to Lenners at the top of the key. Lenners back to Carson. Carson, a high arcing shot. That's good, though. And Carson says, what about Lalibert? I'm here. Tied at 27 now. Tyler Eklund, front of, top of the key, give inside to Lilly. Lilly guarded well, but he puts it up and lays it in for 2. Just a beautiful shot by Soren Lilly, and we're going to get a timeout called here by Braham.
Doesn't care about the defense.
So Braham will call there first. He'll be left with 4, and we're going to talk about the fouls here at the scores table. But the Bombers lead now 29-27. 3:57 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. It's a 30-second timeout for Braham. So just a quick word on how they want to end this half with just under 4 minutes to go. So far, so good here between these two teams. But I think it's also going about the way you'd expect on the scoreboard anyways, between these two teams. Again, either one of them could have been the number 1 seed, the 1 and 3 seed. The last time these two teams met, it was a 2-point victory in double overtime for Braham. So far, it's been a 2-point lead, and I think, the largest lead was 4?
Yep, such a fun game here tonight. Both teams are playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Both teams have had opportunities that they've missed. So maybe that's the difference. The first team to clean it up a bit.
Yeah. So we've got to pause because they're talking about the fouls. It should be 6 for Upsala and 3 for the Bombers.
That's what I have too.
The Bombers only have 3. Upsala, by the way, 6. So they're getting that fixed right now. Yeah, they're gonna figure this out. They need to because, not that it matters a whole lot right now.
Yeah.
But in the future, this could because whoever's got that foul that they shouldn't is going to be in some trouble later on.
Or also,
at least hopefully not.
Either team gets closer to the bonus as well.
Ooh. 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 Well, they're gonna stick with it, unfortunately. There's nothing the refs can do, unfortunately, but unfortunately, maybe a mishap in the books there. Not blaming anybody by any means, but
these things happen.
That will, again, hopefully it doesn't come back to bite either team, but it could be a factor. Meanwhile, Carson Primus, a shot from 2, no good. Wow, what a grab there by Ripplinger on the rebound, then blocked and stolen. Well, stolen right back by Carson Primus. It was blocked and stolen away. Eklund would get the steal. I didn't see who got the block. It very well could have been Lidke again.
Good persistence on the play for Upsala to keep going with that defensively.
I mean, they stuck with it, and it's Jack Primus on the far side being guarded by Doble. Doble not giving an inch. Now out to Carson. Carson Primus gets a screen. Now give on the near side here to Lenners. Lenners had a 3. Instead, he's going to drive inside, put a high shot up, and just gets that friendly roll to tie it up at 29 apiece. But here comes Tyler Eklund back the other way, giving top the key now to Soren Lilly. He's fakes the 3, then takes the 3, but he misses. Well short on that one, and it's rebounded here by the Upsala Cardinals.
I think that was forced. That's not really his game. He can take it if he needs to, but he didn't need to there.
Yeah, with that head fake, I was like, all right, good, we're going to pass it out, but unfortunately not that time. This shot is up and no good from 3. Blocked again, that's Lidke. Lidke with another block and steal.
Lidke playing strong there on the post.
Tyler Eklund on the far side, fake to give to Isaac, and nothing doing around the defender. Give inside to Doble. Isaac at the top of the key. Wanted to give to Soren Lilly. He's in a little bit of trouble now. Does get it to Lilly. Lilly back to the defender. Give to Eklund. Eklund thought he had a lane. It closes quickly. Shot is up, no good. Garrett Lidke with the rebound in 2.
Strong play there by Garrett Lidke with his hands over his head.
He might have the longest arms out here tonight. When you watch him rebound like that, it's just like they continue to stretch. The Fantastic Four, it's ridiculous. Jack Primus inside. Ooh, maybe
beautiful help there by Soren Lilly.
Hey, maybe missed a call there on that one, but about 3 different rebounds for the offense for Upsala, and we're finally going to get a foul call. Usually when that happens, there's bound to be a foul in there somewhere. It's going to be Garrett Lidke's second. Team's 4th. We're going to keep it with us because, it should just be 4, but we'll keep it with what we have. So for now, it's going to be Landowski at the line to shoot 2. Again, it's a 2-point game here, Adam. I'm so impressed with how close this has been, and neither team's really been able to take a clear advantage. As Landowski makes the first to make it 31-30. And checking in is Lalibert. He'll be in with those 2 fouls.
And Duvernay also giving Lidke a rest. Not the worst situation as you're able to get Lidke on the bench for a couple minutes.
And Duvernay is strong inside as well, so he can box out pretty darn well. Landowski is good on both. Those are some big free throws at this point in the game, even though we're still only tied now. But you imagine if that wasn't tied and now Braham goes and scores 3. That makes it look a lot different, especially at the end of the first half. Tyler Eklund says, I want 3 anyways, but that's going to come up short. It's a rebound for Jack Primus. He'll take it himself up the other way. Looking to the near side, wanted Carson instead. Well, wanted to go to Lalibert, but nothing doing. Give to Lenners now. On the far side for Lalibert. Lalibert to Lenners, inside Primus. Primus going to try and drive hard. Instead gives to Lenners. Wants the near side corner to Carson Primus. Now back to Lenners to Carson Primus. They're trying to set up something on the perimeter. They get Jack Primus for 3. It's no good. It falls in the arms of Carson. This one nearly stolen away, but getting to Lenners. A floater. No good again. Another rebound offensively. That's Carson Primus on the far side. Lalibert for 3.
And that's exactly what you don't need if you're Braham.
Yeah, you can't allow them 3-4 opportunities each time, and unfortunately the last 2 possessions, that's what's happened. Now Tyler Eklund tries to answer, and he does for 3 to tie us back at 34 apiece. Under a minute to go. Here we go.
Are we surprised that it's tied?
No, I mean, this feels like an end of the game. This feels like we're going to a final here, but it's just the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Primus with it. He'll give on the near side Lenners. Lenners to Carson Primus. He wants to go back to Lenners. They'll try and go inside to Jack Primus. That's 3. A little bit rushed there. And
you can save it for the last shot if you want to.
Yeah, Doble will get the rebound. Tyler Eklund pass on the near side to Doble. Doble's going to take the 3. No good on that one. Maybe could have found something else. But now you give the Cardinals the last shot at 34 apiece with now 15 seconds to go. Here's Jack Primus just using those ball handling skills to show off a little bit. Now gives to Calvin Lenners. To Lullabert.
6 seconds left.
Probably not the guy you want the ball in the hands of. Primus with it. Hasn't been great all night from 3. That one's going to be no good. We'll give Soren Lilly the rebound because it came before the buzzer, and that will bring us to halftime. It's tied at 34 apiece here in Foley in this subsection 5A East Championship game. The Bombers and Cardinals both have 34 apiece at the break. We're going to take a commercial break and hear a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to this game on both 100.9 FM WCMP and 95.5 FM KBEK.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab CK Oil, save $2 when you buy 2, or CK Diesel DEF treatment for only $23.99. While you're at Holiday, they still have the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items, and Refresh Team Spirit with Mountain Dew are 3 for $6, or Celsius, buy one get one free. Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on the simulcast, 95.5 FM, KBEK, nice 95.5, and 100.9 FM, Cool Country, WCMP. The subsection 5A East championship game is tied at 34 apiece. Taking a look at some of the first half stats here. Leading the way for the Upsala Cardinals was Sam Lullabert with 14-7 for Jack Primus. 4 for both Austin Klein and Eric Landowski, 3 for Carson Primus, and 2 for Calvin Lenners. They were led by Landowski with 8 rebounds. They had 2 steals, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and 6 team fouls. On the other side for the Bombers, led by Tyler Eklund with 15, 8 for Soren Lilly, 5 for Tanner Doble, 4 for Garrett Lidke, 2 for Isaac Eklund. Leading the way was Lidke with 6 rebounds. They had 7 steals as a team, 3 blocks, and they were 6 of 7 from that free throw line, all from Tyler Eklund, and they also had only 4 team fouls. So a really good first half, as we talked about, Adam. Even as you can be there in this first half. But there was a stretch there where it felt like Braham was on the cusp of maybe starting to slowly pull away, but then the turnover started to happen and Upsala stormed back.
I think that it all started on the defensive end for the Cardinals, and then it turned to Lalibert hitting it from the outside, just a sophomore Lalibert. Yeah. So Lalibert and Lilly in a couple of years, and obviously other sophomores as well, but those are the kind of ones that stick in our head. Both those players, very youthful.
Yes.
Making big contributions here tonight. I think playing a little too fast if you're Braham at times. But when you're able to play in your game as a Bomber, you have a slight advantage. Yeah. Upsala is doing a good job of hanging with it and forcing the turnovers. Both teams have, like we said about 5 minutes ago, both teams have had their opportunities that they have missed. So which team can clean it up and take advantage of those? Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. Pretty even on the free throw line for both teams, 4 of 6 for the Cardinals, 6 of 7 for the Bombers. It could come down to free throws. We talk about free throws a lot during the regular season, but I think it just comes to the forefront in the postseason where free throws matter. And you talked about Tyler Eklund needed to try and get a little bit better on his free throws. So far, so good in the first half.
6 of 7, not bad. Better than not bad. Yeah. That's really good. So that free throws have been sort of a bugaboo for the Bombers this season. So if they're able to clean that up, that's a good 5-6 points a game right there.
Absolutely, and they're so important in games like this in this subsection championship. But we take a look at it. Turnovers, they kind of even themselves out for both teams. And when you take away the turnovers, really, again, neither team still has the advantage when you take away the turnovers. So this game has been as even as you possibly could. But I think the one thing that kind of allowed Braham to start to tilt things in their favor was the athleticism. We know you talked about it. Upsala is the physical team. They want to play a little bit more physical, but Braham's athleticism is showing out and is not allowing Upsala to be as physical as they want to be. They're forcing them to score. They're forcing them to try and keep up with them. So right now, I think Braham has the advantage in that factor because if you have to keep up with Braham, your offense is eventually going to fizzle out. You're just not going to keep up.
My goodness, they got to keep Upsala off the offensive boards.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
A few possessions, they got some points off of third and fourth opportunities. Late in the first half really sticks out to mind where Lalibert hit a 3. That's a 3-point difference right there. They really need to work on the defensive boards. Garrett Lidke's doing his best down there. He's got a couple strong rebounds. So we'll see if they can work on that. It's when you see a close game like this, sometimes that's where teams just really can't find themselves. Not here tonight.
Right.
We are tied because both teams are playing well, and it makes for a really fun game.
It really does, and to kind of go off of that, where Braham is kind of taking advantage themselves, Upsala, like you mentioned, is taking advantage on the offensive rebound. So it kind of evens itself right back out as we talk about, Braham maybe having a little bit of an edge, but Upsala going the other way has clearly led on the offensive boards. When it comes back to the other way, Braham is doing a good job of not missing too many shots or getting those floaters inside, but like you mentioned, they have rushed things a little bit, and as a Bomber, I mean, we've seen this game is going to be a little bit heated probably here in the second half as this one goes along. But I mean, how do you make sure that, one, you're keeping your head about you, you're keeping your wits, two, you're not letting that get to you and you're just looking through that and still playing your game, not trying to come back and show them, so to speak.
Right, and that seemed to be a problem with Braham there in the early part of the season, and even coming into the latter part of the season. But they seem to have figured that out. There's not a lot of chirping. There's not a lot of arguing with the officials. There's a couple of weird looks with the officials, but that's where it ends. And I think Coach Eklund deserves a lot of credit for instilling some discipline in this team because there is a lot of talent on this Braham team. You would hate for you to lose a playoff game because you were chirping with an official. That would be a rough way to go.
Yeah, it would not be ideal, but so far so good. We're ready, getting ready for an exciting second half of action. We're going to take one more commercial break. When we return, we're going to be ready for that second half of action here on KBEK and WCMP.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately.
Back here on KBK WCMP, we got 20 seconds before we get to the second half of action. Adam, I want to ask, what is your key to the second half for the Bombers to pull out this victory?
Well, if you're Braham, a lot like what they were doing for the entire regular season, the second half is when they really push the issue with Soren Lilly. He is so detail-orientated down there on the low post, and it forces defenses to play straight up against him. And the fatigue of the game really gets to the defense, and Lilly is able to take advantage of that.
You mentioned the fatigue. Upsala didn't show too much, but they did sub in and out a few guys, and those guys who came to the sideline look a little bit out of breath. So, again, sometimes all you need to do is just outrun a team, and sometimes that will help you. We'll see how this one goes. Braham will start with the ball here in the second half, going right to left on your radio dial. Cardinals will go left to right. It will be Eklund with it. Eklund will start on this near side. Start, stop. Now he'll go in the near side corner. Lidke wanted threes. He pulls it down, gives it to Eklund. Tyler Eklund with it. Give to Isaac. Now over to Doble. Doble pausing. Give to Lilly. Lilly inside. Spin move. Nothing doing that time. Still great defense by the Cardinals. Give now to Lidke. Under 10 to shoot. Lidke, they want to go back inside to Lilly. That is poked away. Lidke will put up a floater, and it rings around the rim, but finally drops in for two, and the Bombers score first.
Pretty good possession there by Garrett Lidke.
Yeah, they took over and back on the Cardinals.
I think they're trying to discuss if Eklund touched it.
That should be...
they're saying he did.
I respectfully disagree with that one. I think that was off of Primus himself. But
so notice Tyler Eklund. He gave a look, back on defense. That is very different from December.
That is growth as a team and as a player. Meanwhile, the Cardinals have it. Lalibert, he wants the three early on, and he's going to get it. Starting where he left off in that first half. He's really been automatic from three. Tyler Eklund, meanwhile, has it on that far side. Gives now to Isaac. Isaac is going to follow him, try to go to the basket. Instead, give to Lidke. Now to Soren Lilly. Lilly is going to pull up from three. A little too strong on that one. And a rebound for Lalibert. An empty trip there for the Bombers. And Lalibert back with it the other way. Give to Primus on this near side. Jack Primus guarded by Tyler Eklund. Drive inside. Give on the far side now to Austin Klein for three. That's too long. That's going to go through some hands. Winds up in the hands of Jack Primus for the rebound. Austin Klein will drive to the basket, and he drops it in for two.
Really nice cut there by Klein.
39-36. Tyler Eklund will give to Isaac. Isaac on this near side. Takes it inside. Now give over to Tyler Eklund for three. That is good for Tyler Eklund, and that'll tie us back at 39 apiece.
Second three of the night for Tyler Eklund. He has 18.
Meanwhile, Lalibert gets a screen up the court. Three in the face of Lilly. This time not going to be any good. And a race for the rebound. And this is going to go out of bounds. And it will go back to Braham. We did have an Upsala player fall on the court, but it was just a tangle of feet that forced him to fall. So no foul call, and Braham will get it back. It'll be Isaac Eklund to inbound. Isaac will give it back to Tyler, who will start in the backcourt, and now we'll bring it forward. He's looking at the defender, looks for a screen, gets it from Doble. Now on this near side elbow, a three, no good. Just off the mark on that one. And Klein with the rebound for the Cardinals. Pushes it to that far side corner for Ripplinger. Ripplinger inside. It is going to be passed outside, stolen away by Doble. Doble, one-on-one. Oh, it is tipped and stolen away by Primus. Jack Primus, what a steal. Kind of like Eklund had it on him in the first half. A three on the far side, trying to get the foul call is Lalibert, but it's not going to be called. Lilly with the rebound up the court to Tyler Eklund. Tyler Eklund on the far side gives to Soren Lilly. Lilly wants to drive inside, pulls up from the free throw line. That one's no, it's in and out, no good. And Jack Primus, another rebound. 39 all. Primus.
Not a bad shot there by
No.
Soren Lilly. You'll take that every time.
Gets a screen, but Doble gets around that screen. Now give to Lalibert, no one there, and that's good.
Lalibert just unstoppable
You
out
can't
there.
give him an inch because he takes that inch and makes it a mile. 42-39, Isaac Eklund has it. He gives now to Doble. Doble trying to drive. Give outside. But before that, we get a foul call on Upsala. This one's going to be on Austin Klein, his third, team's first. Meanwhile, Carson Primus will check in for Klein. Going to get a timeout called here by Upsala. He wanted to call a play, but then decided he wanted to call a timeout instead. So we have a full timeout here for Upsala. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after a 30-second break here on KBK WCMP.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Back here on 100.9 FM, WCMP, 95.5 FM, KBEK. Bombers trail currently with 14:49 left in the game. 42-39 to the Upsala Cardinals in the subsection 5A East Championship game. It's been a good start to the second half for the Cardinals. Braham getting out to a little bit of a slower start here so far, but not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Only down by 3.
Yeah, only down by 3. I feel like Braham needs to go back into the man-to-man defense. That seems to be working, especially with Lalibert shooting the way he is. And they're going to try to screen Lalibert open, so you're going to need to be able to switch as well.
They've been doing that here so far to begin the second half, and it's been working, so Braham trying to get something figured out. Meanwhile, Braham will inbound off of the Upsala timeout. Both of them have used 1. They're each left with 4 now. Tyler Eklund will get set to inbound, and he'll inbound to Soren. No, excuse me, that is Lidke. Lidke will give on the far side to Isaac Eklund for 2. The long 2 is no good. And rebounded somehow in the hands of Doble. And then putting it up for 2 is Garrett Lidke. I don't know how Doble got that away from the defender, but he did.
Beautiful pass there, finding Lidke as well.
Yes. Jack Primus will look, and he'll wanted to go to Lalibert, but instead will go to Carson. Now over to Lalibert. Lalibert looking to give it off to Jack Primus at the top of the key. Now on the near side. Carson for 3. That's good. 45-41.
So now it's a 2-possession game for Upsala.
Isaac Eklund give to Doble, to Lilly. Soren Lilly will try and drive. Gets stuck, and shot is up no good. Rebounded by Jack Primus. Give on the far side, Lalibert. Lalibert's guarded well. Now thought about giving it to Jack Primus. Gives to Carson instead. Carson trying to drive. Give to Lalibert. Hand in his face by Tyler Eklund. Doesn't matter.
Lalibert.
Doesn't matter.
His 7th 3.
48-41. And I mean, Eklund did a good job to get a hand in his face, but just nothing doing. And Tyler Eklund will come back and drop in a 2 to make it 48-43. But here comes Jack Primus using his speed inside. It's up and good. And all of a sudden, the Cardinals have come to life here in the second half, 50-43.
So Jack Primus beating Doble down the court.
Tyler Eklund will get on the far side. Trying to give it inside to Soren Lilly, a nearly dangerous pass, but now give outside to Lidke for 3, and it's going to be rebounded here by Ripplinger. So far, here late, the Bombers have gone completely cold, shooting the ball, and Upsala, again, just doing a good job rebounding. Now Jack Primus to Carson, inside back out to Jack, for 3. That's going to come up short. Rebounded here by Isaac Eklund. Give to Tyler. Tyler trying to get something going. Drives to the basket. Again, it's up and in for 2. 50-45 now.
Tyler Eklund with 22.
It's the speed from Tyler Eklund that has really done damage. See, Tyler Eklund will now follow Lalibert, just trying to make sure that he's manned up by someone so as not to give him an open look. But Jack Primus says it doesn't matter because I'm going to go to the basket and drop it in for 2.
Jack Primus just so quick as well.
Tyler Eklund wanted the 3, pulls it down, give on the near side. Doble, quick trigger, no good though. Lidke, nice job to get this one back into Doble. A 3 from Eklund, going to be too strong. Lidke trying to get that rebound away. It's going to be Upsala.
The foul's going to be on Isaac Eklund.
Yep, Landowski.
It's the right call, but a little unfortunate if you're Braham because both teams going for the basketball.
So Isaac Eklund will get the foul call. Landowski with his 9th rebound here. It's his first, team's first.
So now if you're Braham, you really need to stop here.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden 7 points, the difference, and Upsala can't miss right now, just to put it simply. Isaac Eklund gets beat, but the pass outside now to Lalibert. He's guarded by Tyler Eklund. They're looking to screen him, but nice job by Lidke to get to it. And now, oh my goodness, I don't know how Landowski kept that play alive, but he dives out of bounds to keep it alive. Now over to Lenners for 3. That's no good. And it's going to be rebounded here by Tyler Eklund. Eklund been working it up the court. Got a screen from Lidke. Nothing doing. Give to Doble on the near side. Back to Eklund. Eklund guarded well. Looks for a screen again. Trying to give it inside to Lidke. Lidke trying to get around the defender. And unfortunately before he got that ball off. It is a travel. Braham trying to say that he was pushed, but I don't know. That looked like pretty good defense, Adam.
Yeah.
We're going to timeout here by Braham. It's going to be a
good time for a
timeout.
timeout, yeah.
Yeah, it's much needed right now for Braham. They're trailing and it's starting to go a little cold. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take 30 seconds. Be back after word from our fine sponsors.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back on 95.5 FM KBEK and 100.9 FM WCMP. Bombers trail the Cardinals right now, 52-45, 11:23 to go in the game in this subsection 5A East Championship. Bombers will have 3 timeouts left, Cardinals with 4. Coach Eklund, what is he talking to these Bombers about? What's he saying? What's the message?
Staying in front of your guy, mostly. Primus is able to beat his defender pretty easily a couple times down the court, and that sucks in the defense, which leaves Lalibert wide open. So it's a domino effect.
He's had 3 threes in the second half. You mentioned 7 altogether, with 4 of them in the first half. So he's hot. Primus has gotten hot. I mean, right now, Upsala just all over Braham, but Tyler Eklund has come back with some speed and has kept them close, but now they leave Lenners wide open for 3. It's luckily missed. It's going to be Tyler Eklund with the rebound, looking to try and take it the distance. That's going to be out of bounds off of Doble. Yeah, great job by Carson Primus.
Yeah, really good hustle.
Yeah, he got there, took the ball as he was going out of bounds. His momentum was carrying him. He threw it off of Doble. That's just a very heads-up play there. But another empty possession here for Braham, and you just can't have it right now if you're Braham. You need a big shot, really, but you just can't have these empty possessions.
Yeah, you're getting the stops here as of late, but not able to take advantage of them.
Another 3 here for Lenners. This one no good as well. A long rebound. It's going to be Primus who gets it inside. That one's going to be no good. This is knocked out of bounds by Duvernay, and it will stay with the Cardinals. Braham fans say it was out on the Cardinals. They probably have a little bit of better view than we do.
Yeah, I can't see it. We're right on the court. We have a beautiful view for it, but there are coaches in our way.
Yes. I am not 8 feet tall sitting. And yes, they did talk about it, but it is going to stay Upsala ball. So Upsala will inbound. They wanted Lalibert, and said we'll go top of the key here to Klein. Klein on the far side to Carson Primus. Now to Lalibert. Lalibert over the defender. Oh, my goodness. Heaven. Wow.
His 8th 3.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now the lead is in double figures.
Tyler Eklund trying to answer back, not so. And it's rebounded by the Cardinals again.
Yeah, now the Bombers are getting a little frustrated on the offensive end, shooting a little quick.
Yep, you can see that frustration right now, but defensively, I think you just got to make sure Lalibert's covered. He's not again, but nearly stolen away by Lilly. And Lalibert fell.
Unfortunate for Lalibert as he just slipped on the floor.
So the ball will go back to the Bombers. Lalibert shakes it off. Doble will inbound now to Tyler Eklund. Bombers got to have something here. They need a jump start right now. Tyler Eklund takes it on this near side. Just uses that speed. Fadeaway shot. No good. Well, it's Lalibert with the rebound, and right now Bombers can't get a shot to fall.
Yeah, that shot fell in the first half, that exact shot.
Yeah, so right now they're being bothered defensively. Upsala's defense just really closing in on him. A three. Oh, my heavens. Are you kidding me, Lalibert? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
It's his 9th.
That's insane. This ball going to be knocked out of bounds. Oh, no, it's kept alive. Stolen away by Primus. Great effort there by Klein. Lalibert with the ball. I mean, just keep giving him the ball.
Yeah, why not?
He hasn't missed. I mean, I'm sure you could shoot it from full court and still make it at this point. That's just how good he's doing right now. Klein will give on that far side again. Yep.
10.
Are you? Oh, my God. That's, wow. Lalibert.
And that was defended well, too.
Yeah. There's nothing Braham can do guarding him right now, as he's just shooting over him because he don't care. He says, you can guard me all you want. I'm putting everything up. It'll be another full timeout here for Braham. We'll take a 30-second break. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
It has become the Sam Lalibert show of the Upsala Cardinals. He can't. I don't think he's missed this second half, Adam.
No, he hasn't. 10-3 so far tonight, 32 points. They have scored 27 points in 9 minutes against this Bomber defense. That is top half of the section.
6 threes in this second half for him, all made. And you mentioned it before break. They're guarding him as well as they can.
Yep.
He's just making everything. 61-45, 8:55 to go, to the point now where Braham, they can't miss on their offense possessions. If they do, Upsala is just taking advantage. So if you're Braham, got to the point now where you have to score offensively, otherwise. Oh, no foul call, but the ball's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Upsala. Eklund's asking the referee, what do we got to do to get a foul here? It looked like there was some contact there. But Eklund just back to business, trying to inbound the ball. Will inbound on the far side to Isaac, now to Doble. Doble wants to go to Eklund. He'll hand it to him. He's got a screen, but there's just nothing doing for him to try and get a three. He's going to get, and that one fell in the first half too. It's going to go out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by Duvernay. It's when it rains, it pours right now.
Yeah, Licky will come back in for Duvernay. And Landowski will come back in for Ripplinger.
You've got the rebound machine in for both teams.
Yeah.
And if you're Braham, you need all the rebounds that you can get right now. There's just nothing going offensively.
You need everything to go your way the rest of the way if you're Braham.
It's Jack
sort of equal to how Upsala has played the first half of the second half.
Carson Primus with it. We'll give near side to Jack. Trying to drive. Surprised they haven't got it to Lalibert. Meanwhile, it's Landowski with the reverse layup, who drops it in for two. And it's 63-45. Tyler Eklund. He tried to take it up the court. Lost it, and the frustration showing now as Klein gets the steal, but a little bit of conversation there with the referee, unfortunately. Carson Primus with it. Trying to get around Lilly. Give now near side to Lalibert. Nope, not going to take that shot this time. Guarded by Doble. Give to Primus now. Primus drive inside, lost it through oh my goodness, through the legs of Soren Lilly. Here's Lalibert again. No good. Even the Upsala coach thought it was theirs.
Yeah,
but
even I thought it was.
I think everyone did.
Yeah.
This is going to be knocked out of bounds by Upsala, and the Braham Bombers will get it back. Isaac Eklund will inbound.
So now an 18-point lead, 7.5 left to go. You got to stay in your game if you're Braham.
Yeah, I understand the want to try and go faster, to try and get these shots off quick, but it doesn't happen with one. You got to go possession by possession, then a little bit of a miss.
Yeah, you got a lot of Bombers in one spot
Yeah.
offensively. That's not a great offensive possession.
Lilly will get back outside to Eklund. No, it's stolen away here by Carson Primus. Back the other way, Jack Primus for 3. Ooh, almost. Now he kicks near side to Klein. That's going to be no good. Lidke up over the defender. I think we're going to get a foul here on Upsala. This is going to go on Lalibert, his third. Only his third, so no problem. Lidke did get the rebound. Lenners will check in for Upsala. It will be Braham ball. 7:03 to go, 63-45. And inbound here to Tyler Eklund. Tyler Eklund will bring it forward. And again, last possession, they had a couple of Bombers in the same spot, as now Eklund will split the defenders, too aggressive. And
drew a
Upsala.
foul
Yep.
on Landowski, I believe.
No,
Nope.
they're going to get
Oh, it's going
Lalibert.
to be on.
His fourth. So he's going to have to sit. So it will be Eklund for 2. I'm surprised they're even taking him out at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Upsala, I might just keep him in, but they're going to sit him for probably a minute or two and then get him right back in. Shot's good by Eklund. So their first point in a while, unfortunately.
Yeah, Braham's only scored 12 points here in the second half.
Less than ideal if you're Braham, but again, you can't worry about the scoreboard at this point. Like you mentioned, you just got to play.
Right.
Because if you start worrying about the scoreboard, that's when you start rushing things. Things don't look as good as they should, and they get that one again, 63-47, both from Eklund, and Jack Primus has found another gear here in the second half. He gives to Carson. Carson will take top of the key, give to Lenners. Lenners gets around Doble for a moment, but then gives to Jack Primus. Primus is guarded well. Off the glass and in for 2 for Jack Primus.
Can't forget about Jack Primus. He has 13 as well.
65-47. Doble gets the pass up the court quickly from Tyler Eklund. Doble trying to drive inside. Trying to spin around the defender. Shot no good. He's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Tanner Doble with just 5 points here tonight.
This one on Lenners. His first, team's fourth. And Doble to shoot 2. Doble no good on the first. No one else but Tyler Eklund has been to the line tonight, so it's unfortunate, but yeah, they're just no one else is kind of used to being up at the line right now.
Right.
So Doble will try to drop the second of 2. This one's going to be too strong. Not enough on the first, too much on the second, and this one's rebounded by Landowski. He's in double-digit rebounds. Jack Primus up the court with it. He's going to take it to the basket, drops it in for 2, plus the and 1, and it's a 20-point lead.
It's going to be on Lidke. It'll be his third.
Team's second, and Jack Primus will try and shoot for the 3-point play. It is good. 3-point play for Jack Primus.
Primus has 16.
68-47 with 6 minutes to go. Not impossible. It's going to be tough, but it's not impossible. There is still time. We've seen crazier things happen. Give on the near side to Doble from Tyler Eklund. Goes into the corner now for Lidke. Trying to get it into Soren Lilly. Lilly, turnaround jumper, no good. Lenners with the rebound for the Cardinals. And he's stuck now. He's got to give it off. Here to Jack Primus, who's guarded by Tyler Eklund. We're going to get a timeout here by Upsala, and while they take a timeout, we will as well. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK and 100.9 FM WCMP.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP and 95.5 FM KBEK for this subsection 5A East championship game. The Bombers trail the Upsala Cardinals right now 68-47. It was a good start for both teams, and then it was Lalibert, and that's when Upsala took over.
Yeah, Lalibert with 10 threes so far tonight. 32 points. He's just been unstoppable in the second half. And also defensively, they are stifling the Bombers. Only 13 second half points for Braham.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate for Braham here in this second half. They just haven't been able to get the shots to fall that they did in the first half, but still enough time here in this second to try and get things to go their way and try and get this thing into overtime again, or maybe even win. Inbound will go to Klein for Upsala. He'll bring it forward, now stop. Give outside to Jack Primus. Primus on this near side, guarded well by Tyler Eklund.
Eklund needs to watch the reach. Nice pass down low.
Give inside to Landowski. He drops it in for two, and the end one. Another foul here on Braham. It'll be the team's third. This is going to go against Lidke, his fourth. And get a couple subs in and out here for Upsala, and Landowski trying to get the three-point play. 70-47. So Landowski will now take the shot and try and get a three-point play. This one, no good. Rebounded by Soren Lilly. So Lilly with the rebound, and he'll give to Tyler Eklund. Eklund takes on the near side. Corner trying to give to Lilly inside. Soren Lilly almost lost it. Shot is up and good. He drew the foul as well.
Soren Lilly works so hard down low. Well, everywhere.
They're going to get this one on Austin Klein, his fourth. Team's fifth. And now Lilly with a chance for the three-point play. Soren Lilly readying. And good. Three-point play there for Soren Lilly.
He has 11 on the night.
Make it 70-50. Jack Primus will take it the other way. He'll give to Carson Primus. Carson with it on that far side. He'll hand now to Lenners. Lenners trying to get around Doble. Wanted to give to Primus, but just nothing doing there. And now to Carson. Carson will give to Jack on the far side. He's going to pull Lalibert's. Shoot it, no good. But doesn't matter because Landowski was there for the rebound and the putback. Make it 72-50. Well, slowly slipping away here from the Bombers. They need to get things going and make a stop defensively. But now we get a foul on the other way on Upsala. This is going to be on Primus, Carson Primus. His team sixth, his first, excuse me. And now Tyler Eklund will shoot two.
So doing a little better offensively for Braham.
First one's up and good. So 72-51. And Eklund will line up for his second. This one's good as well. So he drops both of them in. He's having a good night, but right now the team trails by 20. Jack Primus gives to Carson. Carson looking. Waiting, now give to Lenners. Lenners drifts to the near side to Jack. Jack Primus gets round one, gives to Carson.
They're okay letting some time go off the clock.
Going to say they're going to try and take some time off here. A 3 on the far side from Lenners, and that is good.
Another 3.
Yeah, that hurts.
And a steal.
And it hurts even more. This game's slowly slipping away from the Bombers with 4 minutes to go. Not over yet, but Upsala can do no wrong at this point, it seems. Jack Primus gives to Carson. And he wants to give to Lenners. He does. Top of the key. Lenners will drive. Soren Lilly ties it up. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals. So they'll hold on to it.
3:44 left to play.
75-52. Inbound will top the key to Lenners.
Just 10 on the shot clock.
Lenners will drive. He was pushed. And I think they weren't going to call it if it fell.
Yeah.
But since it did, they're going to get this one on Tanner Doble, his first, team's fourth. And
a game Doble's going to want to forget here tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, as Lenners' first one rattles home. 76-52. And Lenners' second one is good. So he hits them both, and it's 77-52. 3.5 to go. Tyler Eklund up the other way with a give to Doble. Head fake. Now going to drive inside. And a foul called there.
I like that he's still fighting, though.
Yeah. They're going to get this on Lenners, his first. Team 7th. And it's Doble to shoot 2. So Bombers are in the bonus.
He missed the first 2 the second half.
First one's up and off the front of the rim, no good. So now 0 for 3. Bombers just trying to keep their wits about them, trying to keep their heads up, and trying to play to that final whistle. Down by 25. Doble's second one is up, and this one's good. So 1 of 2 there, and it's 77-53. Jack Primus looking, trying to get around Tyler Eklund. Shot is up and good, plus the and one. It is just all Upsala in half number 2.
Well, that was going to be on Eklund.
Tyler Eklund. First, team's 5th, and Primus trying to go for 3 again. Well, they're discussing on how many it should be. It should be 1. Yeah, they were. Don't know if they were trying to ask if he had 1 or more. He definitely only had 1. As Jack Primus again now will try for a 3-point play. It's good. So 3 there for him on that trip, and it's 80-53. And unfortunately, just this one's starting to slip away. Tyler Eklund driving inside, foul call on Upsala. They will line to shoot 2. Or 1, excuse me. He'll shoot 1 and 1. It'll be on Lendowski, his second. Team's 8th. It'll be a 1 and 1. So Eklund at the line. Sorry. You got Lenners trying to do the old, I forgot his name now, but trying to blow towards Eklund when he's shooting. Oh, that's funny. Eklund does make the first. Oh, I can't. I'm going to. Lance Stevenson, there it is. He's doing the old Lance Stevenson, trying to blow on him.
No, it's been great because it's been competitive, but it hasn't been chippy.
No. I thought the second half would be a little bit more chippy. He's doing it again.
Right.
Oh, Lenners is certainly having fun as Eklund drops them both in.
Eklund doing a good job at the free throw line, 12
Yeah.
of 13 so far tonight.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh, but that's just funny watching him. The old Lance Stevenson. We do get a timeout here by Braham. It'll be a 30-second timeout, 80-55, and with 3:12 to go, 25 points, in 3:12 wouldn't be impossible, except for the fact that Upsala, in maybe 3 offense possessions in the second half, has missed.
Yeah, Lalibert also coming back in for Upsala. So, I mean, he's 99 of 100 so far tonight, something like that. No, I don't know how many he's missed, but he's made 10.
Yeah, I think he's only missed 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch him shoot from everywhere.
Yeah.
And defended well at times.
Well, I don't think
not every time.
Yeah, right.
But there's been times where he was defended well, and he still hit it in the face of a bomber.
And I don't think he's missed a 3. I think he's missed a field goal or 2. So 3, I think he's actually perfect from, which is.
Oh no, he missed 1.
Okay, so
because we were shocked that he missed it.
That's right.
Yeah,
right before he went with it and got his 4th foul. That's right. So
and the coach took him out. Brutal.
Jack Primus up the court with it for Upsala, showing off the ball handling skills. Gives to Lenners, give to Lalibert. Not surprised, but no quick give to Lenners. Now to Jack Primus. And they're just happy taking time off the clock. They're not going to rush things. They're going to wait.
The clock is your friend.
Yeah, they're going to wait until under 10 and then start the play. Oh, Lenners, though, lost it. I'm surprised that he didn't get called for travel. Instead, they'll get a jump ball. You know what? I don't know if it was close to a travel. He fell with it in between his legs.
I was going to say, did he? I couldn't see it, so I don't know if he had possession of it as he fell.
Yeah,
so.
he certainly did, in my opinion. So it should have been maybe a travel call, but they do get the ball back, but now they don't get the possession arrow. So either way, the jump ball is the Braham Bomber ball. So Tyler Eklund back up the other way with it, trying to get around the defender. They've tried that play here too often, I think, and it just hasn't been successful. They've tried to go to the well, I think, too many times. Now we need a foul here on Carson Primus, his 3rd, team's 9th. Eklund at the line for a 1-and-1. And Klein will check in for Lenners. So everyone will line up. And we're ready for the free throw. 2:27 to go. Tyler Eklund. First one's up and good. So 80-56 now. And this one is up. And no good. Jack Primus with the rebound. 1 of 2 there for Tyler Eklund. 80-56, and again, Upsala will have no problem just running time.
Yeah, they're not even going to go towards the basket anytime soon.
No, they'll probably wait till about that 10 second mark and then try and start, but moving the ball around pretty well. Obviously, again, they're not going to go towards the basket. There we go. Now with 8 seconds to go, they'll probably try and get a shot off. Carson Primus looks at the 3, give to Jack. No good, and that's going to go out of bounds. So Braham will get the ball back, but
defensive stop, but it's a little too late for that one.
Yeah, too little, too late, unfortunately, and it's unfortunate, but guys will continue to play hard to that final whistle. And here comes Eklund, top of the key. He'll just put up a 3. Why not? It's good. Oh, did he get fouled too? So a possible 3-point play coming up for Braham.
I have to give it to head coach Tom Reeders. His team is up 21 right now, and his defender fouled on a 3-point shot, and he is angry.
Yeah. I mean,
up 20.
Yeah.
Coaches never stop coaching.
No, you got to stay aggressive to the end of the game because in the next game that they play, possibly against Nevis, you're going to need that play back.
Right.
So it's going to be a 4-point play there for Tyler Eklund. To make it 80-60, but I like that. I like his aggressiveness to the very end. This ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Tyler Eklund on the far side. It will stay with the Cardinals. 1:36 to go, and unfortunately for Braham, the season's going to come to an end here in this one, but we'll keep going to that very final whistle. But again, just an unfortunate. Again, tale of two halves.
Right, and man, I think it's more that Upsala played so well.
Yeah, they did. This will be off the feet of Jack Primus. I don't know what he's arguing. That pretty clearly off of him. Doble. Yeah, you can hear Coach Ritters. He's just saying, hey, the game's not over. Continue to fight.
Yep.
I really like the aggressiveness continuing late. You have the lead. Why not, though? Isaac Eklund, no good from 3. Rebound by Soren Lilly and put back up and in for 2. Now, I know Soren Lilly got the 2. The defender did a good job of swatting at the ball and pulling his swat away to avoid the foul.
Right.
That was a really smart play. His ball nearly stolen away by Doble, but somehow the Cardinals hang on to it. So 80-62. This is going to be a foul here on Lidke.
And that'll do it for Lidke.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's his 5th. He'll foul out.
He'll foul out with 8 points.
Team's 6th.
So this is normally the time where I like to shout out the seniors for the team who's not going to win, but Braham has no seniors on their team. Everybody's coming back. They do have 5 juniors on the team, but no seniors. So Braham's going to be a tough team coming back next year as well.
They returned a few starters from last year. They did graduate a little bit, but, man, it should be a fun one to watch again next year. So we do see Lenners with it. Give to Lalibert, and he gets fouled. Foul here is on Isaac Eklund, his 2nd. And it will be a 1-and-1 now for Lalibert.
So Lalibert will go to the line.
His first time at the line. Nick Guthrie will check into the game for Upsala. He comes in for Ripplinger. Ripplinger didn't get on the stat sheet scoring-wise. He did a good job, though. He had some key offensive rebounds there in that first half to help them keep up with Braham, and we'll talk about that here after the game has concluded fully. Meanwhile, Lalibert is good on the first. 81-62. I thought the student section was supposed to be quiet while their team is shooting. Lalibert's not affected. He uses it as motivation. He makes that second one. 82-62. Tyler Eklund will drive. Lost it. Nick Guthrie with the steal. And obviously Upsala just trying not to get fouled. Lalibert. You're going to see a late timeout here by Upsala. I'm assuming just to get the backups in.
Or he might have been trying to avoid a 10-second violation as well.
He had 3 seconds, and they got it up the court, so not kind of an interesting timeout call if he's not going to get the younger guys in. But either way, 44 seconds to go, 82-62 again. I hate to say it's over before the buzzer, but it's pretty clear that this one is over, unfortunately, for Braham. But like you mentioned, no one going to be graduating for this team. Maybe a manager or two, but they're bringing everyone back, and they're going to be using this as motivation for next year in the off season specifically. You know, they're going to be talking to each other and saying, this is not happening again. We're going to absolutely plow through these types of games because we're just going to be unstoppable next year. And it's hard to look at some of the teams. A lot of the teams in this section, believe it or not, are graduating heavy because they didn't graduate heavy necessarily last year. It's going to be this year that we see a lot of guys leave. So Upsala will inbound, and there is still the shot clock on. Not enough time off the clock yet, but they'll get it forward, and Lenners will give to
Heck, if you could just run the clock out and a shot clock violation won't hurt any.
No. We'll see if they try to score or not. Primus will give it off. Guthrie will score 2. Nice job. So Guthrie, the senior, will score. It's 84-64 now as Soren Lilly comes back the other way quickly. And that's going to be it. So 84-64 is it. And the Cardinals are going to beat your Braham Bombers here in the subsection championship. We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and recap this one. You're listening to this game on both 95.5 FM KBK and 100.9 FM Cool Country WCMP.
The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our bodies. Physical therapy consultants in North Branch, Isani, Andover, Ham Lake, St. Francis, and Zimmerman can help you heal. Services like massage therapy, orthopedic care, and more. Physical therapy consultants can help. Call Physical Therapy Consultants at 1-888-THERAPY. All insurance plans accepted, including workers' comp and auto.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Coming to the Target Center March 22nd. March 22nd. Kid Rock. And you're going to the show. Kid Rock. Listen to the Joshua Miron in the Morning Show for your tickets. Kid Rock. Radio edit. Free concert tickets for listening. Kid Rock at the Target Center, March 22nd. You're going to the show. Brought to you by Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park, ABC Lumber in Siren, and Cool Country, WCMP.
It's a celebration at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone. Chris's is celebrating their 51st anniversary, March 10th through the 16th. Come in for demos, tastings, and the Sandstone Lions will be collecting donations for the local food shelves. Plus, register for prizes. Win a brand new grill, Chris's gift certificates, Minnesota Twins tickets, and more. The anniversary celebration, March 10th through the 16th at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone, celebrating 51 years of eating better, buying more, and spending less.
It is not the ending we wanted for the Braham Bombers here in the subsection 5A East Championship as they fall to Upsala 84-64 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We'll quick go through some stats here. And then we'll get to the recap for Upsala. Leading the way was Lalibert with 34, 19 for Primus, 10 for Landowski, then 7 for Lenners, 6 for both Klein and Carson Primus, and 2 for Guthrie. Rebound-wise, Landowski led them with 11. They had 7 total steals. They were 10 of 13 from the free throw line and had 16 team fouls. For Braham, leading the way was Eklund with 33, 15 for Soren Lilly, 8 for Doble, 6 for Lidke, and 2 for Isaac Eklund. Lidke led them with 7. They had 8 total steals, 3 blocks. They were 15 of 20 from the free throw line and had 11 team fouls. And Adam, we kind of mentioned it before the game concluded. It was really just a tale of two halves there.
It really was. Upsala really turned up the aggression defensively, and then offensively it really translated over there with Lalibert hitting from the outside. A lot of offensive rebounds, really setting up Lalibert for open threes, sometimes not even open threes. And he was just hitting everything.
Yeah.
And that seemed to be the difference.
Yeah, and unfortunately, again, when he got hot, that's kind of really when everything started to go Upsala's way because, like you mentioned, sometimes he was covered real well. There was just nothing Braham could do, it seemed, and unfortunately the other way, Braham just couldn't find anything open offensively. Nothing was falling, and you mentioned the rebounds offensively for Upsala. That's really what gave them all that advantage and momentum because Braham just couldn't grab one, it seemed like, and I don't know if they got one in this second half, to be totally honest. They started to get the fouls, which was nice, but it was a little too late, and which is unfortunate because they were good from the free throw line here tonight.
They were. Notably, Tyler Eklund. I have him down for 17 for 19 at the free throw line for Tyler Eklund. It's a good day at the office.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's just unfortunate it comes to a close the way it does for Braham. Just a tremendous season. They beat Upsala earlier in the season in double overtime on the road, 87 to 85, but this time around, not going to be their night as the Bombers season will come to a close at 22-7. But again, you mentioned it, Adam, no seniors on this team for Braham. They return everyone for next year, and I can't wait to see what that run's going to look like.
We have a lot of good basketball in the local area coming up next year, both girls and boys section. I don't know what hockey looks like, but I know that basketball is in a healthy state in East Central Minnesota.
Yeah, hockey just continues to reload. It's ridiculous. We've had some great graduating classes the last few years. They just continue to reload, so I'm excited to see what it's like next winter sports season. But that's a long ways away. But taking a look at this one again for Braham, first half was really good. It was so good we were tied at the end of the first half at 34 apiece. And again, it seemed like Braham was kind of getting a little bit of an edge because of their athleticism, kind of outplaying Upsala a little bit with that athleticism, but you had talked about it kind of even itself right back out with them getting offensive rebounds. That's why we were tied, even though Braham, I think, was taking a little bit of advantage there with their athleticism, the speed, but in this second half, it was close to begin with, right there, but all of a sudden they went cold shooting the ball, and Upsala stayed hot, and Lalibert, it really was the Lalibert show there for the first half of this second half.
It's really defeating when you're playing as well as you can defensively, and they're still hitting shots in your face. It really forces you, even on the offensive end, to really try to do too much. It really is successful. It's very successful in getting you out of your own game, and that's what we saw here tonight, where the offensive effort by Upsala really translated to the defensive side, because Braham was forcing things, and it really kind of rolls on and rolls and rolls, and it's like a snowball, and it rolls down the hill. And all of a sudden you're down 10, 12, 16. And Braham really found themselves in a tough spot.
Yeah, that's really what it was, is just unfortunately, I think what got them was Lalibert getting so hot, and then all of a sudden trying to come back the other way and answer and trying not to let it get out of hand like it did. It wasn't necessarily out of hand, but they tried not to let that get to double digits, and then they tried not to let it expand from there. And unfortunately, with Lalibert as hot as he was, and the rest of the team seemingly could not miss, I think in the second half they only missed 4 or 5 times where they didn't have a possession with a point. I mean, it was very rare they didn't score in this second half. So
scoring 50 points in the second half alone.
Just ridiculous. And again, Lalibert started it all when he was so hot. But it's not just him, though. We can say he hit his threes all we want. It was the passing that did so well to get him the ball and get him in his rhythm so well. It's really just a credit to the entire Upsala team.
When a team shoots well from the outside, it forces the defense to extend out to the three-point line, which opens up the lane for the cuts that Upsala was able to take advantage of. And that really was the story of tonight. It started from the outside, but they were driving very well. They were cutting really well, too. And it just steamrolled Braham in the second half.
Yeah, so the final here in this one, the Bombers fall to the Cardinals 84-64. Ladies and gentlemen, the winter sports season has now come to a close for us. There are no more broadcasts here this winter sports season. Adam, I don't know about you. I can't believe it.
I mean, it was just yesterday that it was early December when we were in the gyms and watching these teams play for the first time in the season, really getting to know these teams. But it was really fun to watch them and watch them grow. This Braham boys team played a lot better towards the end of the season than they did in the beginning of the season. So it was fun to watch them grow as a team, watch every team grow to see where they would go. And, it's always fun.
Yeah, we started our winter sports back in the middle of November, and that journey to the beginning of March has just been so much fun. And each and every year just seems to be as fun as the last. But unfortunately this year, no one will be headed to state for our local teams. We've had a bunch of great seasons. We've had some subsection champions. We've had 2 teams in the section championship games. But our season, winter-wise, comes to an end here tonight as Braham falls to Upsala 84-64. But again, just an incredible season for all of our local teams, including this Braham boys team. it has just been so fun to watch these teams, and a lot of our teams are bringing back a good chunk from this year to next year, and we can't wait for another 9 months to come to see what these teams will look like once again, and then we'll be talking about it next March, saying how fast it went once again. But I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who tuned in here throughout the winter sports season. We appreciate you. If you're not tuning in, well, they tell us not to come out here because no one's listening, so we don't have a reason to broadcast. So I just want to thank all the fine fans, our loyal listeners who tuned in, whether it was every game, whether it was every other game, whether it was your specific team, no matter what. We just want to take the time to thank you for tuning in. And then we also want to give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors who sponsored not only this broadcast, but all of the regular season broadcasts and our playoff broadcasts. We appreciate you. If it weren't for our sponsors, well, we wouldn't have the ability to come out here and call any of these games, postseason or regular. It doesn't matter. We appreciate all the fine sponsors who sponsor us throughout the regular and postseason here for winter sports. That's going to do it for us. It is it until spring, and spring, well, we might get lucky. We might get lucky. We might actually be able to start somewhat close to on time for spring sports.
How about that?
That would be weird. I don't.
You won't know what to do.
No, I've never broadcasted in April before. And I might get to now. So it'll be interesting. But you can bet we will be back out there broadcasting as many baseball and softball games as we can get to, as well as keeping up to date on scores from around our local listening area. Well, if you're tuning into this one on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Hit that red subscribe button. That way, when we go live, you'll be notified every single time, and then you'll just click on it. It will take you right to the live video or audio. Also, another way you can stay up to date with local sports is on our morning shows, both KBEK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Muron at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports updates, where we'll talk this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. Another way to stay tuned is our websites for both stations. You can go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the games that we will be covering for that week of play. That is subject to change, and, well, unfortunately, it will not be full for a while. It will be empty until April something. We'll put that there for a tentative date. April something is when we'll start to broadcast some baseball, but it will be empty for now. But you can also find coaches' interviews and players' interviews on our websites, as well as articles from games that we've been at. Another way you can stay tuned is our our Facebook pages, our social medias, Facebook for both stations, Instagram for both stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Breaking sports news, LOI signings, broken records, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, articles, all that and more. So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to stay tuned to our social medias. Adam Hefty has been joining me here tonight. Adam, any final thoughts on this game for the Braham Bombers and then on the winter sports season as a whole?
It's a disappointing end, but I thought they played well enough. Just Upsala was the better team tonight, and it showed here tonight. So Upsala really deserved it. Braham didn't play poorly.
No.
Upsala just couldn't miss there in the second half.
Yep.
And this winter season has been so much fun. We may not have had that elite team that we sometimes have, but we had a lot of really good teams.
Yeah.
We got a lot. I got to watch a lot of good basketball here this winter.
Yeah, I think we might be saying differently next year. We might have an elite team come next year. There might be one or two in there, so we are excited. But again, it's always bittersweet to see it come to an end because you get to look back and see how fun it was, but then again, it is ending. So, and unfortunately, the teams will be different next year. So, but we are excited to see what spring sports brings us, as that is what's next coming up for us. I know it's kind of tough for all of us to get out and broadcast. Sometimes there's night games that some of us can get to, so we'll keep you up to date again on that. But that is going to do it. The Bombers fall here to the Upsala Cardinals 84-64 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. For Adam Hefty, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. For Nice 95.5 and WCMP, have a great rest of your night.